Recently, I decided to cut together my own version of Halloween 6. The reason I wanted to make my own cut of this movie, which by the way I'm actually struggling to title, I'm very tempted to call my cut Halloween 666, which was an original working title for Halloween 6 pre-release. Well, anyway, the reason I wanted to do this is because Halloween 6 is my favourite Halloween sequel, except for Halloween 3, but I don't consider Halloween 3 a Halloween movie. Well, I don't consider it in this... Well, it's not in the same timeline, it's not in the same universe, because Halloween is a movie franchise within Halloween 3, so Halloween 3 is like the real world, right? Anyway, so as controversial as that opinion may be, this movie, Halloween 6, for me, feels the most like Halloween to me, with the atmosphere, the scenes of the trick-or-treaters, and the Halloween fair. I've seen this movie the most out of any of the movies in the franchise, probably I've seen each version, each cut, 1,000 times each, and know each scene like the back of my hand from each version, from both versions. This made it very easy for me to make my own cut of the movie, as I knew what scenes I liked, what I didn't, where I wanted certain scenes, and how, you know. But what really inspired me to do this was I watched a video years ago about Drumdums Blue Myers cut. I always wanted my own cut of Halloween 6, and I've been working on this for quite some time, and I feel like I've really got it perfect. So we're going to go into it in this video. I've made some notes here. If you're interested in making your own cut, or just want to hear how my cut plays out, then please stick around, and yeah. So let's begin. So the opening scene in my cut is from the producer's cut of the movie. The flashback scene of how Jamie is ritualistically impregnated by Michael from later on in the producer's cut is edited out from there and shown here at the start of my movie. Some dialogue is cut, so when in this scene, when Jamie says, "Michael, please don't hurt me," right after that I cut it, because I feel like the line where she says, "Oh God, please forgive me," is very creepy, and I don't want that in my cut. I also did this to leave it ambiguous as to if Michael actually rapes his niece, or this links to the ending, because my ending is the theatrical version's ending, which shows test tube babies and stuff like that. Again, this leaves it ambiguous and allows the viewer, you, to decide whether or not if Michael rapes Jamie, which I personally prefer to believe that he didn't. So in my cut, I've made it seem as if the pregnancy is more of a chemical / artificially induced pregnancy by leaving in the scene at the end, and also by cutting the bit of dialogue here. But anyway, we're jumping ahead talking about the ending, so let's go back. So after that flashback scene, I cut back to the scene where the cult member, this is the producer's cut still, got back to when the cult member, the woman, is aiding Jamie and gives her her baby back, and also leads her to the escape route, basically, from the cultist facility. This whole scene is from the producer's cut, as I prefer the so when Michael kills the woman that helps Jamie, in the producer's cut I prefer it because I think it lingers on that shot, and it also shows the original iconic Michael head tilt as he looks at what he's done at his work after he puts her on the head spike, and which is kind of like a reference to in the first movie when he stabs the guy and into the door and he's like suspended. Okay, so the barn scene is then from the theatrical cut, but I've added shots and frames and stills from the producer's cut, which I've chopped in to again add a higher sense of atmosphere. Jamie's death here is from the theatrical version, as I believe it's more violent. I also don't see the point in the producer's cut having her survive the Michael stabbing, only to be shot in the head by the man in black in the hospital scene later on, which I never understood, so I removed that scene. And yeah, so I had to cut a bit of dialogue because of this choice. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I edited the breakfast argument scene from the theatrical version because In the producer's cut, the man in black is standing outside and tells Danny to kill for him, but it's not the man in black who was in Danny's room the night before, which I forgot to mention that I used the theatrical version of Danny's night terror scene because it leaves Cara, his mum, it leaves the scene of her like singing the song about the ghouls and goblins, like leave my son's room and stuff, which I left that in because I like the bonding and the character building between mother and son, which is also built further when they're outside and she's like, you know, Granddad didn't actually hurt me and stuff, after the breakfast fight scene. But yeah, so after that scene, we go outside and then I cut back to the producer's cut for the whole of the Cara and her friends at school scene where Michael's stalking them. This is because the original Halloween theme is left in and not that stupid punk rock music that they use in the theatrical version, but also there are longer extended cuts of Michael stalking Cara and her friends, which is something that we haven't really seen. We don't really see Michael stalking his victims very much in the Halloween sequels after the first movie, which I think's the scariest part of Michael, right, when he's in the shadows and stalking his victims. So again, I left this in for more suspense and atmosphere, as well as for more tension, because there isn't a lot of tension or stalking scenes in Halloween 6, in either cut of Halloween 6. Right, the John Strode head explosion kill I have edited in from the theatrical version. This is because obviously it's more graphic. The doll that they use in the producer's cut for John's death is ridiculous. It looks so fake. The head explosion scene's very well done and I really like it. The death scene is probably my favourite scene, kill scene, from any Halloween. And it's also referenced in Halloween 2018 when Michael stamps on Dr. Sartain's head and it explodes. Anyway, so before this kill, I had to cut some I'm jumping ahead again. So before John Strode's death, the scene where Dr. Loomis is on the phone and he's also speaks to Mrs. Strode, I can't remember her name, about the events that happen in the house, because they live in the Myers house, but John Strode didn't tell his wife or his kids. But yeah, so I had to cut out a bit of dialogue in that scene where Dr. Loomis says Jamie is fighting for her life in hospital, because in my version, as you know, Jamie dies in the opening chase sequence when Michael pushes her on the farming equipment, rather than Michael stabbing her and then she fights for her life and she's in the hospital and she survives longer. But she has no dialogue, so what's the point? The fair scene with the DJ where they talk about, oh, this guy actually lives in the Michael Myers house and stuff like that. That is all producer's cut, because the scene where the girl's dancing in the red rain is longer. It's more creepy than the single statement she makes, oh, it's raining red, in the theatrical version. Because she sings a song, as I said, I just found that more creepy. Also, when Michael kills the DJ guy, I can't remember his name, but they show a tracing shot which shows that he actually entered the wrong van. He entered the Smithsgrove van instead of his own company radio van, which makes more sense as to why Michael's in the back of the van. Because in the theatrical version, they don't show that, and it's just like, why would Michael be in his van? Why is he waiting to kill him? Unless he overheard him say that he's going to go back to the Myers house, but we don't know how long Michael is at the fair for. So it's interesting. Right, so then we cut back to the producer's cut where it stays for a while. So basically, Cara, they go back to Tommy's house. We have is it Miss Blemminkamp? I think that's her name. I might be wrong, but she says the true Halloween. We have the scene where Tommy explains the runes and everything. That's all here. Then we have the scene where the cultist and Dr. Wynn are at her house. At Tommy's house. So she jumps out the window. She's on the floor. Then it goes to black, and that's when I cut to the theatrical cut for the final act of my version. But I did add some slight alterations from here. So online I found an extended cut of so basically there's a hospital massacre scene. I found a couple extra shots from that scene where it's like high pitched screaming and wails and stuff, so it's just an extended shot, so I've added that in. That's right before the scene where Cara, Danny and Tommy are running through the tunnels. I also found an extended scene, a more graphic scene for the gate slam kill, you know, when Michael slams the guy's head against the gate till the gate falls down. Found an extended scene online for that, which is more graphic and shows his head cavity on the floor after the gate is smashed down. Another thing I forgot to mention is in this version, I found an alternate version of Loomis and Dr. Wynn interaction. In that version of the scene, I find it to be more tense. There's more dialogue, which is Dr. Wynn explaining to Loomis why Dr. Loomis must become Michael's keeper, and it's his job now. And this scene also doesn't have Dr. Wynn wearing that stupid Dracula cape from the producer's cut, and also the cultist that knocks out Dr. Loomis is also not wearing a cape. So the rest of my movie plays out as the theatrical version, where they go outside and Loomis says, "I've got unfinished business to do." Then he goes back inside, and then it just cuts to the pumpkin, and we hear Dr. Loomis doing his intense scream, and then it cuts to black. It says Halloween 6, and we roll the credits. So that is my cut of Halloween 6. Bearing in mind that I've replayed this off the top of my head, I haven't watched my cut in a couple of weeks, so I don't know if that's exactly. I might have missed a couple of scenes. I don't think I mentioned the scene where Tommy Doyle is in the bus depot looking for the baby, and also where Jamie is the night before she calls the radio station, which is where Dr. Loomis and Tommy Doyle overhear and then go to the bus depot. That scene is also from the producer's cut. So a lot of my movie is the producer's cut. The final third is the theatrical version. There's some kills which I added from the theatrical version, as well as some scenes that I had to delete. I also added some scenes, deleted scenes and alternate scenes that I found online, and I put them into my movie as well. But yeah guys, it's a shame that I can't post this movie, but that's why I made this video explaining how I've made it, what scene goes where. So if you have each cut of the movie legally, you own both of them, go ahead, make your own cut of the movie if you want to do that. If you like the sound of my cut, please let me know. If you would have it differently, you'd show a different scene or have it in a different order or whatever, please let me know as well. Or if you prefer the theatrical or the producer's cut, think they're the better version. But yeah, but as I said at the start of the video, I basically made this so every time I want to watch Halloween 6, which is my favourite Halloween sequel, I can watch my own version, watch it how I want to see it, and have the story make more sense to me. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a long video, basically me just explaining stuff, and I don't know how I'm going to edit this. I don't know if it's just going to be gameplay and just me talking over the top, or if I'm going to have screenshots of the movie. I really don't know. If you're still watching this far into this video, please like and subscribe. I don't have many subscribers, as you can probably tell. I'd love to have more, so please subscribe if you like the content. Obviously, if you've watched 15 minutes of me rambling about my Halloween 6 cut, there must be something you enjoy about the content. But anyway, guys, peace out. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. I have also made my own double feature version of Halloween 1 and 2, 1979 and 1982. I'm also going to make my own cut of a couple other movies, but this was my first ever fan edit that I've ever made. But yeah guys, so yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to let this video run on for too much longer. Please let me know what you think about my version of Halloween 6, Halloween 666, and peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll catch you all in the next video.